10 most powerful militaries in the world. Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video. Today, we're going to explore a fascinating and highly relevant geopolitical topic, the 10 most powerful militaries in the world today. Over the next 50 minutes, we're going to analyze in detail the armed forces that dominate the global military balance, from their technological capabilities to their strategic reach. It's important to understand that military power is not measured solely by the number of soldiers or tanks. Factors such as technology, defense budget, nuclear capability, global power projection, combat experience, and the sophistication of weapons systems play a crucial role. We must also consider defense industrial capacity, defense alliances, geographic position, and the quality of training. In today's world, warfare has evolved beyond simple battlefield confrontations. It now includes cyber, space, information, and electromagnetic domains. Modern militaries must be capable of operating in multiple domains simultaneously. So without further ado, let's begin our journey from number 10 to the most powerful military on the planet. Number 10. Italy. We begin our countdown at number 10 with Italy, a nation that is often underestimated in the military sphere, but which has highly professional and technologically advanced armed forces. Italy, as a founding member of NATO, has developed a modern and efficient military that plays an important role in European and Mediterranean security. The Italian armed forces have approximately 165,000 active duty personnel. Italy invests around $32 billion annually in defense, which represents approximately 1.6% of its gross domestic product. This budget allows maintaining state-of-the-art equipment and actively participating in international missions on several continents. One of the Italian military's strong points is its navy. The Italian Navy is considered one of the most capable in the Mediterranean, with two light aircraft carriers, the Cavour and the Garibaldi. The Cavour has been modernized to operate F-35B fighter jets, the fifth-generation jets that represent the future of military aviation. This aircraft carrier has a length of 244 meters and can transport up to 30 aircraft between combat planes and helicopters. Additionally, Italy has Frem-class frigates equipped with state-of-the-art air defense systems, Aster anti-aircraft missiles, Tessio anti-ship missiles, and anti-submarine torpedoes. These ships can perform multiple missions simultaneously, from air defense to anti-submarine warfare. The Todaro-class conventional propulsion submarines are highly silent thanks to their air-independent propulsion, which allows them to remain submerged for weeks without needing to surface. Italian amphibious capabilities include amphibious assault ships and highly trained marine infantry units. The Italian Navy has participated in numerous peacekeeping and anti-piracy operations, from the Mediterranean to the Indian Ocean. This operational experience has refined the Navy's capabilities and established Italy as an important contributor to international maritime security. As for the Air Force, the Aeronautica Militare operates a diversified fleet that includes Eurofighter Typhoon fighters, considered among the best fourth-generation aircraft in the world. The Italian Typhoons have been modernized with state-of-the-art AESA radars, advanced self-defense systems, and the ability to carry a wide variety of precision weapons. Italy is incorporating the F-35 in two variants, the conventional F-35A and the short takeoff and vertical landing F-35B. Italy also has tactical transport aircraft C-27J Spartan and C-130J Super Hercules, KC-130J aerial refueling aircraft that allow extending the range of fighters, and airborne surveillance systems that provide early warning capabilities. Italy also operates surveillance drones that have been used in reconnaissance missions over the Mediterranean and in counter-terrorism operations in Africa and the Middle East. The Italian air defense system includes short, medium, and long-range surface-to-air missile batteries. The SAM-PT system is particularly advanced, capable of intercepting aircraft, cruise missiles, and short-range ballistic missiles. This system provides a critical layer of protection for deployed Italian forces and for national territory. Italy is also investing in long-range radars and electronic warfare systems to detect and neutralize threats. The Italian ground army operates Ariete main battle tanks, which, although not the most modern in the world, have been updated with improved fire control systems and reactive armor. These tanks are armed with a 120mm cannon and can fire both conventional ammunition and high-velocity penetrator ammunition. Italy also deploys Dardo infantry fighting vehicles and the new Centauro Segundo wheeled armored vehicle. This vehicle is particularly useful in peacekeeping operations where Italy specializes. Italian artillery systems include PZH-2000 self-propelled howitzers, MLRS multiple rocket launch systems, and heavy mortars. Italian artillery can provide fire support at long distances with high precision. In conclusion, Italy occupies 10th place thanks to its highly capable navy with modernized aircraft carriers to operate 5th-generation fighters, its air force equipped with Typhoons and F-35s, its extensive experience in peacekeeping operations, its robust defense industry led by Leonardo, and its strategic position in the heart of the Mediterranean. Italy is an essential contributor to NATO and Mediterranean security.
Number 9. Pakistan. In 9th place, we find Pakistan, a military power that often flies under the radar in discussions about global military power, but which possesses one of the largest and most experienced armies in the world. Pakistan, with a population of more than 230 million inhabitants, maintains armed forces of approximately 650,000 active duty personnel, backed by more than 500,000 reservists. Pakistan's geopolitical context is fundamental to understanding its military power. The country has fought multiple wars with India in 1947, 1965, 1971, and 1999. This historical rivalry has forced Pakistan to maintain a robust and constantly prepared military. Additionally, it faces instability on its border with Afghanistan, where militant groups have operated for decades. The Pakistani armed forces have considerable combat experience, particularly in counter-terrorism and counterinsurgency operations. Since 2001, Pakistan has been involved in a sustained military campaign against militant groups in the tribal regions. Operations like Zarb-e-Azb in 2014 have seen the Pakistani military fight in extremely difficult terrain, resulting in thousands of militant casualties and restoring government control over areas that were previously terrorist sanctuaries. But what really places Pakistan in this ranking is its status as a nuclear power. Pakistan possesses a nuclear arsenal estimated at 165 nuclear warheads, making it one of the 9 countries with nuclear weapons in the world. This arsenal includes land-based launch capabilities with ballistic missiles, air-based with aircraft capable of launching nuclear bombs, and maritime with the development of submarine-launched ballistic missiles. Pakistan's ballistic missiles include the Ghori with a range of 1,300 kilometers, the Shaheen-2 with a range of 2,000 kilometers, and the Shaheen-3 with a range of 2,750 kilometers, sufficient to reach targets throughout India. Pakistan has also developed the Ababil, a ballistic missile with multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicle capability, MIRV, which allows a single missile to carry multiple nuclear warheads. Pakistan has also developed short-range ballistic missiles like the Nasr, designed as a tactical nuclear weapon to stop an Indian armored invasion. This 60-kilometer range missile is controversial because it lowers the threshold for nuclear weapon use. Pakistan's nuclear doctrine is based on deterrence against India
and this nuclear capability significantly balances the power scale in South Asia. In terms of conventional equipment, the Pakistani military has more than 2,000 main battle tanks, including the Al-Khalid, designed and produced locally with Chinese technology. The Al-Khalid is a modern 48-ton tank with a 125mm cannon, advanced composite armor, and state-of-the-art fire control systems. Pakistan produces these tanks at its heavy industries complex in Taxila. Pakistan also operates T-80UD tanks acquired from Ukraine, considered among the best of the T-80 family. Pakistani artillery is extensive, with thousands of pieces, including M109 155mm howitzers and self-propelled systems. Multiple rocket launch systems include the A-100, developed with China with a range of 100 kilometers, capable of launching multiple rockets to saturate enemy defenses. The Pakistani Air Force operates approximately 400 combat aircraft, including the modern JF-17 Thunder, developed jointly with China. The JF-17 is partially produced in Pakistan and is being exported to countries like Myanmar, Nigeria, and Argentina. Pakistan also operates approximately 75 modernized F-16 Fighting Falcons that demonstrated their effectiveness during the Balakot conflict in 2019. Recently, Pakistan has begun receiving J-10C combat aircraft from China, fourth-generation plus fighters that represent a significant qualitative leap. The Air Force also operates Saab 2000 Ariai airborne early warning aircraft and ZDK-03 Karakoram Eagle provided by China. The Pakistani Navy is experiencing significant modernization, acquiring 8 Hangor-class submarines and 4 Type 054A frigates of Chinese design. In summary, Pakistan occupies 9th place thanks to its large professional military with extensive real combat experience, its nuclear arsenal that provides strategic deterrence against India, its Air Force modernizing with JF-17 and J-10C fighters, its growing naval capability with new submarines and frigates, and its close strategic relationship with China that provides access to advanced military technology. In the complex geopolitical chessboard of South Asia, Pakistan is undoubtedly a player that cannot be ignored.
Number 8. Turkey. Moving to 8th place, we find Turkey, a country that occupies an absolutely strategic geographic position between Europe and Asia, controlling the Bosphorus and Dardanelles Straits that connect the Black Sea with the Mediterranean Sea. Turkey possesses the second largest military in NATO after the United States, with approximately 435,000 active duty personnel and nearly 3 million reservists. Turkey's defense budget exceeds $20 billion annually, although some estimates suggest actual spending is considerably higher when classified items and special projects are included. This budget has allowed Turkey not only to maintain a large military, but also to embark on an ambitious modernization program and development of indigenous military capabilities that are transforming it into a significant regional military power. What really distinguishes Turkey in recent years is its development of an extremely capable national defense industry. Turkish companies like Baykar, Aselsan, Roketsan, Turkish Aerospace Industries, STM, Havelsan, and MKE have produced advanced weapons systems that are being exported to dozens of countries around the world. This transformation from importer to exporter of military technology is notable and reflects Turkey's ambition for strategic autonomy. The most notable case is the Bayraktar TB2 combat drone, which has demonstrated its effectiveness in conflicts in Syria, Libya, Nagorno-Karabakh, Ukraine, and Ethiopia. These drones have changed global perception about Turkish technological capability and have generated billions in exports. The TB2 can remain airborne for 27 hours, fly at altitudes up to 7,600 meters, and carry 4 precision-guided missiles. In the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict in 2020, TB2 drones operated by Azerbaijan destroyed hundreds of tanks,
air defense systems, and Armenian armored vehicles, fundamentally changing the war's outcome. Video footage went viral and served as effective advertising for the Turkish industry. More than 30 countries have ordered these drones, making Turkey one of the world's leading military drone exporters. Turkey is also developing more advanced drones. The Bayraktar Akinci is a strike drone, much larger than the TB2, capable of carrying up to 1,350 kilograms of armament, including cruise missiles. It can operate at altitudes up to 12,000 meters with an operational range of 7,500 kilometers. Even more impressive is the Bayraktar Kızılelma, a supersonic stealth combat drone that would be one of the world's first. Turkey is developing its own fifth-generation fighter jet, the TFX, now renamed as Khan, which made its first flight in February 2024. If this program succeeds, Turkey will join the exclusive club of nations capable of designing and producing fifth-generation fighters. The Khan's first flight was a historic milestone. Turkey plans to produce 350 to eventually replace its aging F-16 fleet. The program has faced challenges, particularly in engine development, but Turkey is determined to overcome these obstacles. Additionally, Turkey is building its own amphibious assault carrier, the TCG Anadolu, which is being modified to operate Kızılelma combat drones. The Turkish ground army has more than 3,000 tanks, including German-made Leopard 2 A4, modernized M60T, and Turkish-designed Altay that are beginning to enter production. Artillery includes T-155 Fırtına self-propelled systems with a range of 40 kilometers and T-121 multiple launchers. Turkey produces wheeled armored vehicles of all categories locally. Aselsan produces radars, electronic warfare systems, military communications, and fire control systems. Roketsan produces missiles of all categories, from anti-tank to cruise missiles. The Air Force operates approximately 250 locally modernized F-16s. The Turkish Navy operates 16 frigates, Type 214 submarines, and is building the TCG Anadolu carrier that will revolutionize the concept of naval operations. In conclusion, Turkey occupies 8th place thanks to its large military, experienced in real combat in Syria, Libya, and Iraq, its extremely capable national defense industry that produces drones, tanks, armored vehicles, and is developing fifth-generation fighters, its ability to project power in multiple theaters simultaneously, its strategic geographic position controlling access between the Black Sea and Mediterranean, and its ambition for strategic autonomy. Turkey is rising as a regional military power.
Number 7. South Korea. In 7th place, we have South Korea, a nation living under constant threat from its northern neighbor, and which has developed in response extraordinarily capable and technologically advanced armed forces. With approximately 555,000 active duty personnel and nearly 3 million reservists, South Korea maintains one of the largest and best equipped armies in the world. The context of the Korean Peninsula is unique and fundamental. South Korea is technically still at war with North Korea since 1950, with only an armistice maintaining the truce. The demilitarized zone separating both Koreas is one of the most militarized borders on the planet, with more than 1 million soldiers from both sides deployed. This situation has forced South Korea to maintain a constant state of military readiness. South Korea's defense budget exceeds $46 billion annually, making it one of the 10 largest in the world. This budget allows South Korea to acquire state-of-the-art equipment and develop an extremely sophisticated national defense industry. South Korea's defense industry has experienced explosive growth, with companies like Hanwha, Hyundai Rotem, Korea Aerospace Industries, and LIG Nexone producing advanced weapons that compete with the best Western systems. In recent years, South Korea has become one of the world's largest arms exporters, with sales exceeding $17 billion annually.
The K2 Black Panther tank is considered one of the most advanced in the world. Poland has ordered more than 1,000 K2 tanks, becoming the largest export customer. This tank features a 120mm cannon, a unique hydro-pneumatic suspension system, and state-of-the-art fire control systems. The K2's hydro-pneumatic suspension system is particularly unique, allowing the tank to adjust its height and inclination to fire from defensive positions or attack targets at elevations. This feature provides significant tactical advantages in Korea's mountainous terrain. South Korea also exports K9 Thunder self-propelled artillery systems with a range of 54 kilometers. Poland has ordered more than 600 units. Korea Aerospace Industries produces the FA-50 Golden Eagle, a training and light combat aircraft exported to several countries, including the Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, Iraq, Poland, and Malaysia. The South Korean Air Force operates 40 F-35A fifth-generation aircraft, with plans to acquire up to 60. The F-35s give South Korea critical stealth capabilities for operations against North Korean air defense systems. South Korea also operates approximately 60 F-15K Slam Eagles, an advanced variant of the F-15 manufactured under license. The F-15K is optimized for ground attack missions with the ability to carry massive armament loads. It also operates approximately 135 modernized F-16s. South Korea is developing its own KF-21 Boramae fighter in collaboration with Indonesia, which flew for the first time in July 2022. The Navy operates 3 Sejong the Great class Aegis destroyers with 128 vertical launch cells. These destroyers are armed with SM-2, SM-6, Tomahawk, and anti-ship missiles, providing air defense, ballistic missile defense, and land attack capabilities. The submarine fleet includes Dosan An Chang-ho class submarines with air-independent propulsion that can remain submerged for weeks. The Army operates 2,400 tanks, including 500 K2 Black Panthers. Artillery is a critical component, given that Seoul is only 50 kilometers from the North Korean border. Chunmoo systems can launch both 239mm rockets and guided tactical missiles with ranges up to 160 kilometers. Missile defense includes Patriot PAC-3, American THAAD, and national MSAM and LSAM systems. In summary, South Korea occupies 7th place due to its large and highly professional military with compulsory military service that creates a massive pool of reservists, its cutting-edge military technology, both imported and domestically developed, including the world's most advanced tanks, its robust and growing defense industry that exports billions in weapons annually, its multi-layered missile defense designed specifically for the North Korean threat, and its strategic alliance with the United States. South Korea is a technological military power that continues strengthening.
Number 6. Japan. In 6th place, we find Japan, a nation with self-defense forces that are, for all practical purposes, modern and highly technological armed forces. Japan has approximately 250,000 active-duty personnel. Despite constitutional restrictions that formally limit Japan to self-defense forces, the reality is that Japan possesses extremely sophisticated military capabilities that rival the world's best. Japan's defense budget exceeds $50 billion annually and is growing significantly. In a historic change, Japan announced in 2022 that it would increase defense spending to 2% of GDP by 2027, which would mean approximately $80 billion, making it the 3rd largest in the world. This increase reflects growing concerns about China and North Korea. The Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force is particularly impressive and is considered one of the world's most capable navies. It operates Aegis destroyers equipped with advanced combat systems and ballistic missile defense capabilities. The Maya and Atago class destroyers are among the most sophisticated warships on the planet,
equipped with advanced Spy-1 radars and SM-3 missiles capable of intercepting ballistic missiles in space. Japan also operates two light aircraft carriers, the JS Izumo and JS Kaga, which are being modified to operate F-35B aircraft. This will provide Japan with true aircraft carrier capabilities for the first time since World War II. The carriers are being structurally reinforced with heat-resistant decks to withstand the vertical thrust of F-35Bs, allowing Japan to project air power far from its shores. The Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force is particularly impressive and is considered one of the world's most capable navies. It operates Aegis destroyers equipped with advanced combat systems and ballistic missile defense capabilities. The Maya and Atago class destroyers are among the most sophisticated warships on the planet, equipped with advanced Spy-1 radars and SM-3 missiles capable of intercepting ballistic missiles in space. Japanese submarines are so quiet, they're virtually undetectable even with the best sonar systems. This capability makes them ideal for operations in the relatively shallow waters around Japan, where they could intercept Chinese or North Korean warships. The Japanese submarine fleet is a critical deterrent element in Western Pacific waters and represents one of the world's most advanced anti-submarine capabilities. The Japan Air Self-Defense Force operates approximately 300 combat aircraft, including fifth-generation F-35As, F-15Js manufactured under license in Japan, and F-2s, a version of the F-16 also produced locally. Japan is acquiring more than 100 F-35s, which will give it one of the largest fifth-generation fighter fleets outside the United States, providing critical stealth capabilities to penetrate enemy air defenses. Additionally, Japan is developing its own next-generation stealth fighter, the F-3, in collaboration with the United Kingdom and Italy. This will be a sixth-generation fighter, expected to enter service in the 2030s. The F-3 will incorporate the latest technologies, including artificial intelligence, directed energy weapons systems, and drone networking capabilities, representing the future of combat aviation. The ground force operates Type 10 tanks of Japanese design, optimized for Japanese conditions, infantry fighting vehicles, self-propelled artillery, and air defense systems. A significant development is the formation of the Amphibious Defense Command, designed to defend and retake Japan's peripheral islands, particularly the Senkaku Islands, disputed with China. Amphibious units are equipped with amphibious vehicles and transport helicopters. In conclusion, Japan occupies sixth place due to its highly sophisticated navy with Aegis destroyers and some of the world's quietest submarines, its modern air force with fifth-generation capabilities and sixth-generation fighter development, its advanced military technology backed by a robust defense industry, its strategic alliance with the United States, which includes 54,000 American soldiers stationed in Japan, and its critical geographic position in the Western Pacific. Japan is a technological military power that will continue strengthening in response to regional threats.
Number 5. United Kingdom. In fifth place, we find the United Kingdom, a nation with a long and distinguished military history that continues to maintain one of the world's most professional, experienced, and technologically advanced armed forces. With approximately 152,000 active duty personnel, the British Armed Forces compensate for relatively small size with quality, technology, combat experience, and global power projection capability. The United Kingdom's defense budget is approximately $68 billion annually, making it the world's fifth largest. The United Kingdom maintains a commitment to spend at least 2% of its GDP on defense, thus meeting NATO requirements. This budget allows the United Kingdom to maintain full-spectrum military capabilities, from strategic nuclear forces to elite special operations. The Royal Navy is undoubtedly one of the world's most capable. It possesses two Queen Elizabeth-class supercarriers, HMS Queen Elizabeth and
and HMS Prince of Wales, which are the largest warships ever built for the Royal Navy. These carriers have a length of 280 meters, a displacement of 65,000 tons, and operate F-35B fighter jets, providing global air power projection capabilities. British carriers have demonstrated their operational capability with deployments to the Indo-Pacific, Mediterranean, and exercises with allies worldwide. A British carrier strike group includes the carrier, destroyers, frigates, attack submarines, and support ships, representing formidable combat power. The Royal Navy also operates Type 45 destroyers, considered among the world's most advanced air defense destroyers. These ships are equipped with the Samson radar system, capable of tracking hundreds of targets simultaneously, and Sea Viper missiles for area air defense. Type 23 frigates with anti-submarine capabilities and the new Type 26 frigates beginning to enter service provide additional capabilities. Type 26 frigates are particularly quiet, ideal for anti-submarine operations, and are being exported to Australia and Canada. But the most critical element of the Royal Navy is its nuclear submarine fleet. The United Kingdom operates 4 Vanguard-class ballistic missile submarines that carry the Trident II D5 ballistic missile, providing the United Kingdom's independent nuclear deterrent. At least one of these submarines is always on patrol somewhere under the world's oceans, providing a guaranteed second strike capability, the essence of nuclear deterrence. This continuous patrol policy guarantees that even if the United Kingdom suffered a devastating nuclear attack, at least one submarine would survive to launch a nuclear counterattack. The United Kingdom is building a new class of ballistic missile submarines, the Dreadnought class, which will begin entering service in the 2030s. The Royal Navy also operates Astute-class nuclear attack submarines, considered the world's most advanced and quiet. The Air Force, the RAF, is small in numbers but extremely capable. It operates 4th-generation Typhoon fighter jets that have been continuously modernized and are highly effective in air superiority and ground attack. British Typhoons have been equipped with AESA radar systems, advanced electronic warfare systems, and the ability to carry precision weapons, including the Storm Shadow cruise missile with a range of more than 500 kilometers. The United Kingdom also operates F-35Bs, the short takeoff and vertical landing variant. The United Kingdom has ordered 138 F-35Bs. The F-35s provide 5th-generation stealth capabilities. The RAF also operates E-3D Sentry early warning aircraft, Voyager aerial refueling aircraft, C-17 and A-400M strategic transport aircraft, and Reaper drones used in counter-terrorism operations. The British Army, although smaller, with approximately 82,000 personnel, is highly professional and has been continuously involved in combat operations for decades. The British Army has recent experience in Afghanistan, Iraq, the Balkans, and Sierra Leone. It operates Challenger 2 tanks, Ajax armored vehicles, AS-90 artillery, M270 multiple launch systems, and Apache helicopters. In summary, the United Kingdom occupies 5th place due to its globally capable Navy with 2 supercarriers and ballistic missile submarines providing independent nuclear deterrence. Its advanced Air Force with Typhoons and F-35Bs, its highly experienced Army with decades of combat operations, its legendary special forces like the SAS and SBS, considered among the world's best, its robust defense industry led by BAE Systems, and its network of strategic alliances. The United Kingdom may be small in size, but is large in military.
Number 4. France. In fourth place is France, the only European nation with truly strategic and independent military capabilities. France maintains approximately 205,000 active-duty personnel, backed by reservists and civilian personnel. What distinguishes France is its unwavering commitment to strategic autonomy, the ability to act militarily independently without depending on other nations for critical functions. France's defense budget exceeds $53 billion annually and is increasing. France is committed to maintaining full-spectrum military capabilities, from strategic nuclear weapons to rapid intervention capabilities and special operations. France is one of 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council with veto power, reflecting its status as a global power with international responsibilities. The most significant feature of the French armed forces is its nuclear capability. France possesses the world's third-largest nuclear arsenal, with approximately 300 nuclear warheads. This arsenal consists of nuclear ballistic missile submarines armed with M51 missiles and aircraft capable of launching ASMPA nuclear cruise missiles. French nuclear deterrence is completely independent, without depending on any other nation for critical components or launch decisions. 4 Triomphant-class nuclear ballistic missile submarines guarantee that at least one is always on patrol somewhere under the oceans, providing an invulnerable second strike capability. Each Triomphant submarine carries 16 M51 missiles, each capable of carrying multiple nuclear warheads with a range of more than 6,000 kilometers. This capability guarantees France can respond to any nuclear aggression, no matter how devastating the first strike. France also maintains an airborne component of its nuclear deterrence with approximately 50 Rafale combat aircraft equipped to launch the ASMPA nuclear cruise missile. This missile has a range of 500 kilometers and can penetrate air defenses thanks to its low-altitude flight and maneuvering capabilities. The combination of sea-based and air-based deterrence provides France with flexible strategic options and redundancy if one component is compromised. The French Navy is extremely capable, operating the Charles de Gaulle aircraft carrier, the only nuclear-powered aircraft carrier outside the United States. This carrier can operate indefinitely without refueling and carries approximately 40 aircraft, mainly Rafale M aircraft. The Charles de Gaulle has participated in operations from the Mediterranean to the Indian Ocean and Persian Gulf, projecting French power globally without depending on land bases. The Charles de Gaulle is the flagship of the French Navy and provides France with independent power projection capabilities. France is planning to build a new nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, the PANG Porte-Avions de Nouvelle Génération, which will be even larger and more capable. The French Navy also operates FREM multi-mission frigates, considered among the world's most advanced, equipped with advanced combat systems, Aster missiles, Exocet missiles, and anti-submarine torpedoes. France also operates Horizon anti-aircraft destroyers in collaboration with Italy, Mistral amphibious ships that can deploy up to 900 soldiers, and Suffren-class nuclear attack submarines considered among the world's most advanced. Suffren submarines are extremely quiet and equipped with advanced torpedoes, naval cruise missiles, and special operations capabilities, able to operate in enemy waters, gathering intelligence or attacking targets. The French Air and Space Force operates a fleet of approximately 200 Rafale combat aircraft, one of the world's most advanced multi-role fighters. The Rafale has demonstrated its combat effectiveness in Afghanistan, Libya, Mali, Syria, and Iraq. This aircraft is truly omni-role, capable of performing air superiority, deep strike, reconnaissance, electronic warfare, and nuclear weapons launch missions, all in one extremely versatile platform. The Rafale is equipped with AESA radar, advanced electronic warfare systems, reconnaissance pod, and can carry a wide variety of weapons, including Meteor air-to-air missiles with a range of more than 100 kilometers, Scalp cruise missiles with a range of 500 kilometers,
guided bombs, and the ASMPA nuclear missile. France has exported the Rafale to numerous countries, including Egypt, Qatar, India, Greece, Croatia, Indonesia, and the United Arab Emirates, generating billions in revenue. The French Army is highly mobile and optimized for rapid intervention operations. It operates Leclerc tanks, considered among the world's best, VBCI and Griffin wheeled armored vehicles, Caesar self-propelled artillery that has demonstrated effectiveness in Ukraine with a range of 42 kilometers, Tigre attack helicopters, and Cougar and Caracal transport helicopters. The Army is organized in brigades that can deploy rapidly anywhere in the world. In conclusion, France occupies fourth place due to its status as an independent nuclear power with the world's third-largest arsenal, its global power projection capability with the only nuclear-powered aircraft carrier outside the United States, its modern and experienced Air Force with the combat-proven Rafale, its robust defense industry that produces virtually everything internally, from aircraft to nuclear submarines, its commitment to strategic autonomy, its continuous combat experience, particularly in Africa, and its global presence through overseas territories. France is a complete military power with truly strategic capabilities.
Number 3. India. We reach the podium with India in third place, a rising military power that is rapidly modernizing and expanding its capabilities. India possesses the world's second-largest army in terms of active-duty personnel, with approximately 1,450,000 personnel, backed by more than 1 million reservists. This is a massive army that combines significant numbers with growing technological sophistication and increasingly advanced capabilities. India's defense budget is approximately $83 billion annually, the world's third largest. This budget is growing year after year as India seeks to modernize its armed forces, develop indigenous capabilities, and respond to security threats from both China and Pakistan. India faces the unique challenge of having two nuclear adversaries on its borders, requiring maintaining significant military capabilities on multiple fronts. India is a nuclear power with an arsenal estimated at 165 nuclear warheads. India maintains a no-first-use doctrine of nuclear weapons, declaring it will only use nuclear weapons in response to a nuclear attack. However, India possesses land, air, and sea launch capabilities, providing a complete nuclear triad. This deterrent capability is fundamental to Indian national security, given the challenging security environment it faces. India has developed a family of Agni ballistic missiles with increasing ranges. The Agni 5 has a range of more than 5,000 kilometers, effectively putting all of China within range. India is also developing the Agni 6 with an estimated range of 8,000 to 10,000 kilometers, which would be an intercontinental ballistic missile capable of reaching targets throughout the hemisphere. Additionally, India is developing ballistic missiles with MIRV capabilities. India is also developing indigenous nuclear ballistic missile submarines. The INS Arihant, the first indigenous nuclear ballistic missile submarine, was commissioned in 2016. This submarine can carry 12 K-15 ballistic missiles, or 4 K-4 missiles, with a range of 3,500 kilometers. India is building more submarines of this class, completing the nuclear triad and providing an invulnerable second strike capability, fundamental to deterrence. The Indian Navy is experiencing significant expansion and modernization. It operates two aircraft carriers, INS Vikramaditya, a conversion of a Soviet aircraft carrier, and INS Vikrant, the first aircraft carrier built in India, a significant achievement for the Indian naval industry. India is planning to build a larger third aircraft carrier, INS Vishal, which would be comparable to American carriers with electromagnetic catapults, providing significant power projection capabilities. The Indian Navy also operates modern destroyers and frigates equipped with air defense and anti-missile systems.
The Indian-designed Kolkata and Visakhapatnam-class destroyers are equipped with multifunction radars, supersonic BrahMos anti-ship missiles, Barak 8 air defense missiles, and anti-submarine torpedoes. India also operates nuclear attack submarines leased from Russia and Scorpene-class conventional submarines built in India with French technology. The Indian Air Force is one of the world's largest, with approximately 1,700 aircraft, of which around 550 are combat aircraft. The fleet includes Su-30 MKI fighters that India produces under license, MiG-29s, Mirage 2000s, and the Tejas, an Indian-designed light fighter. India has acquired 36 Rafale from France that represent a significant qualitative leap in capabilities. The Rafales provide India with near fifth-generation capabilities with AESA radar, advanced electronic warfare, and precision weapons. India is considering acquiring fifth-generation fighters and is developing the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, AMCA, a purely Indian-designed fifth-generation stealth fighter. The Air Force also operates early warning, aerial refueling, transport, and drones, creating a complete and capable Air Force. The Indian Ground Army operates more than 4,500 main battle tanks, including T-90 and T-72, produced under license, and the Indian-designed Arjun. India also deploys thousands of armored vehicles, artillery systems, and multiple rocket launchers. The Army has significant experience in counterinsurgency operations in Kashmir and participates extensively in United Nations peacekeeping operations. In summary, India occupies third place due to its massive army with millions of personnel, its status as a nuclear power with a complete nuclear triad, including ballistic missile submarines, its expanding navy with 2 operational aircraft carriers and a third in planning, its large and modernizing Air Force with Rafale fighters and indigenous stealth aircraft development, its growing national defense industry, its combat experience, and its growing strategic importance in the Indo-Pacific. India is a rising military power that will continue strengthening in coming decades.
Number 2. China. In second place is China, a military power that has experienced an absolutely extraordinary transformation over the last 3 decades, transitioning from a massive but technologically backward army to a modern and sophisticated force that challenges American military dominance. The People's Liberation Army has approximately 2 million active duty personnel, the world's largest army, complemented by increasingly advanced technological capabilities. China's official defense budget exceeds $230 billion annually, the world's second largest. However, many analysts believe actual spending is significantly higher, perhaps $300 billion or more, when classified programs, research and development, and militarized capabilities of other agencies are included. This massive budget has allowed China to modernize virtually every aspect of its armed forces in a remarkably short period. China is a nuclear power with an arsenal estimated at 500 nuclear warheads, though this number is growing rapidly. U.S. intelligence reports suggest China could have more than 1,000 nuclear warheads by 2030, representing a massive expansion. China is expanding its intercontinental ballistic missile force, developing new nuclear ballistic missile submarines, and building hundreds of missile silos in its desert regions, fundamentally changing the global strategic calculus. This nuclear expansion is transforming China from a power with minimal deterrence capabilities to one with robust first strike and second strike capabilities. The DF-41 intercontinental ballistic missiles can reach any target in the United States with multiple nuclear warheads. China is also developing advanced nuclear technologies, including hypersonic glide vehicles that can maneuver during flight, making them extremely difficult to intercept with existing missile defense systems.
The People's Liberation Army Navy is now the world's largest by number of ships, with more than 370 vessels, surpassing the U.S. Navy. This fleet includes 3 aircraft carriers with more under construction, dozens of modern destroyers and frigates equipped with advanced combat systems, and the world's largest submarine fleet with more than 70 submarines. China's naval construction capacity is simply astounding, exceeding that of all other nations combined. Chinese aircraft carriers include the Liaoning, a conversion of a Soviet carrier, the Shandong, the first completely Chinese-designed carrier, and the Fujian, a third-generation carrier with electromagnetic catapults similar to U.S. Ford-class carriers. The Fujian represents a qualitative leap in Chinese capabilities, allowing launching of heavier aircraft with greater armament loads. China is building more carriers and will eventually operate a fleet of 6 or more. Chinese Type 052 and Type 055 destroyers are extremely capable warships with long-range air defense systems, advanced anti-ship missiles, and anti-submarine capabilities. The Type 055 is comparable to the best Western destroyers with 112 vertical launch cells, advanced phased array radars, and integrated electric propulsion. China is producing these destroyers at an impressive rate, launching multiple ships each year. The People's Liberation Army Air Force is the world's 3rd largest and is rapidly modernizing. It operates approximately 1,700 combat aircraft, with a growing proportion being modern designs. China has developed 5th-generation stealth fighters, the J-20 and J-35, produced in significant quantities. The J-20 is a heavy air superiority fighter, comparable to the American F-22, with advanced stealth capabilities, AESA radar, and internal armament. China has produced more than 200 J-20s and continues expanding the fleet. The J-35 is a smaller stealth fighter designed to operate from aircraft carriers, providing sea-based 5th-generation capabilities. China also produces KJ-500 early warning aircraft, refueling aircraft, H-6 bombers modernized with cruise missiles, and is developing an H-20 stealth bomber that could have global strategic capabilities. The People's Liberation Army Ground Force operates more than 5,000 main battle tanks, including the modern Type 99 and Type 99A, considered among the world's best. The Type 99A is equipped with a 125mm cannon, explosive reactive armor, active protection systems, and digital fire control systems. China also operates thousands of armored vehicles, long-range artillery systems, and multiple rocket launchers with impressive ranges. In conclusion, China occupies 2nd place due to its massive military, its now world's largest navy with 3 carriers and growing, its rapidly modernizing air force with J-20 and J-35 stealth fighters, its rapidly expanding nuclear arsenal toward more than 1,000 warheads, its anti-ship ballistic missile capabilities designed to attack aircraft carriers, its robust defense industry that produces virtually everything internally, its advanced cyber and space capabilities, and its growing power projection capability. China has transformed its military and continues closing the gap with the United States.
Number 1. United States. And finally, in 1st place, unsurprisingly, is the United States of America. The U.S. Armed Forces are undoubtedly the most powerful, technologically advanced, and capable in the world. With approximately 1,332,000 active duty personnel, backed by approximately 800,000 reservists and National Guard, the United States maintains a completely professional military that is unmatched in its global reach and technological sophistication. The U.S. defense budget is simply staggering, more than $877 billion in fiscal year 2024,
This is approximately 40% of total global military spending and is greater than the defense budgets of the next 10 countries combined. This massive budget allows the United States to maintain military capabilities that no other nation can match, from nuclear-powered aircraft carriers to stealth bombers and special forces deployed in more than 80 countries. The United States is the world's preeminent nuclear power, with an arsenal estimated at 5,428 nuclear warheads, the largest arsenal along with Russia. This arsenal is maintained by a fully modern nuclear triad: Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missiles in hardened silos, B-52, B-1B, and stealthy B-2 Spirit strategic bombers, and 14 Ohio-class nuclear ballistic missile submarines, each armed with 24 Trident D-5 missiles. Each Ohio submarine carries more destructive power than all weapons used in World War II combined. At least 2 Ohio submarines are always on patrol in the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, guaranteeing an invulnerable second strike capability. The United States is completely modernizing its nuclear triad with new LGM-35 Sentinel ballistic missiles, stealthy B-21 Raider bombers, and Columbia-class ballistic missile submarines. This modernization will cost approximately $1 trillion over the next 3 decades. The U.S. Navy is absolutely dominant, operating 11 nuclear-powered supercarriers of the Nimitz class and the new Ford class. This is more carriers than all other countries in the world combined. Each carrier is a floating city with a crew of more than 5,000 people, capable of projecting air power anywhere in the world. Ford-class carriers represent the state-of-the-art in naval technology, with electromagnetic catapults and advanced systems. Each carrier strike group includes the carrier, Ticonderoga-class cruisers, Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, attack submarines, and support ships, representing more combat power than most countries' complete navies. The United States operates approximately 70 Arleigh Burke destroyers equipped with the Aegis system, capable of tracking hundreds of targets and launching missiles for air defense, land attack, and anti-submarine warfare. The United States also operates approximately 50 nuclear attack submarines of the Los Angeles, Seawolf, and Virginia classes, the world's most advanced and quiet. Virginia submarines can attack land targets with Tomahawk missiles, sink enemy ships, and conduct intelligence operations. The Navy also maintains the world's largest amphibious fleet, with America and Wasp-class amphibious assault ships. The Marine Corps has 180,000 personnel, larger than many national armies. The United States Air Force is unmatched, operating approximately 5,300 aircraft, including more than 2,000 combat aircraft. The United States has more fifth-generation fighters than all other countries combined, with more than 600 F-35s in various variants and approximately 185 F-22 Raptors. The F-22 is the world's most advanced air superiority fighter, never defeated in simulated air combat. The F-35 Lightning II is the largest weapons program in history, with more than 3,000 aircraft planned in 3 variants for the Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps. The United States also operates the world's only fleet of strategic stealth bombers, 20 B-2 Spirits that can penetrate the most advanced air defenses. The new, even more advanced B-21 Raiders are beginning to enter service. The United States is the undisputed world leader in military drones, operating Global Hawk surveillance drones, Reaper combat drones, and developing next-generation stealth drones. The Army has 485,000 soldiers, the world's best equipped. It operates thousands of M1 Abrams tanks, Bradley vehicles, Paladin artillery, HIMARS systems that have demonstrated effectiveness in Ukraine, and Apache helicopters, the most lethal attack platforms in existence. U.S. Special Operations Command, SOCOM, is the world's largest special forces organization, with approximately 70,000 personnel. It includes Navy SEALs, Delta Force, Rangers, Special Forces Green Berets, Marine Raiders, and Air Force Special Operations. These units operate in more than 80 countries simultaneously, conducting counter-terrorism operations, allied forces training, and direct action. In conclusion, the United States occupies first place without dispute due to its massive defense budget exceeding the next 10 countries combined, its massive Navy with 11 nuclear-powered carriers, its Air Force with more fifth-generation fighters than all other countries together, its modernized nuclear arsenal, its elite special forces operating globally, its network of 750 bases in 80 countries, its world's most advanced defense industry, its 2 decades of combat experience, its global alliances including NATO, its unique logistical capability, and its leadership in emerging technologies. The United States is the military superpower with no close rival.
And there you have it, the 10 most powerful militaries in the world. We've traveled from Italy in 10th place to the United States in first, analyzing what makes these armed forces so formidable. As we've seen, modern military power is a complex combination of technology, budget, experience, defense industry, alliances, geography, and political will. What is particularly interesting is how military power is changing. Emerging technologies like drones, artificial intelligence, hypersonic weapons, and autonomous systems are revolutionizing warfare. Countries that lead in these technologies will have significant advantages in future conflicts. Geography remains important. Control of maritime choke points, trade routes, strategic territories, and natural resources continues driving military decisions. Alliances are also crucial, amplifying the power of countries like Japan, South Korea, and NATO members. Looking to the future, the strategic competition between the United States and China will define global geopolitics. India is rising as a significant power and will play an increasingly important role. South Korea, Japan, and Turkey continue strengthening their capabilities. I hope this analysis has provided you with a deep understanding of the world's most powerful military forces. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. Leave your comments with your opinions on this ranking. See you in the next video.